Pardon me, but I've been told you are quite wealthy. Is this true?
Well, the term wealthy is relative. I might seem wealthy to you, but you might seem wealthy to a starving man living in the third world.
Okay, I'll define wealth for you. From my perspective, a wealthy person has an annual net income of $1 million per year or more.
If you want to use your definition of wealth, then yes, I am wealthy.
Good. I'm glad we came to agreement on that. May I inquire as to how you acquired your wealth?
Sure. I started my own business not long after graduating from college.
That's interesting. How did you do that?
I borrowed the seed money from my Uncle Fred.
Oh, I see. How much did you borrow, if you don't mind my asking?
$500,000. My Uncle Fred was rich also. When I started the business, it was set up as a corporation as the legal entity. Uncle Fred was on the board for years.
So, you actually started out with $500,000 that you did not earn, correct?
Well, it seemed like the best thing to do at the time. I suppose I could have gotten a small business loan from a bank, but then I would have had to repay them with interest. Using Uncle Fred's money, I was able to start up right away and was not obligated to a third party. Since it was all Uncle Fred's money, he had a lot of input into how the business was operated in the beginning. Eventually he got bored and resigned from his position to do other things.
$500,000 seems like a lot of money to me. Your rich uncle had no concerns about his $500,000 being placed in the hands of a young person with no prior business experience?
No. He knew what he was doing. The capital investment was insured through an underwriting firm that he was associated with. So even if the business went belly up, he wouldn't lose much, if anything. Fortunately, the business did well.
What type of business is it?
I'm in the manufacturing sector.
What do you make?
Well, all right, I'll tell you. I usually don't reveal this to people I've just met. I make prophylactics.
You make condoms?
Yes. It's grown to one of the largest firms in the country.
Why did you decide to make condoms as your startup business after college? Why not make shoes or something else?
Well, I had a lot of experience with them in college, so I was pretty familiar with the available product line. I also knew there would be a big demand for them. I knew that if I could make improvements to the existing products sold in the marketplace, and patented those improvements so no competitor could steal them, that I would probably do well.
What improvements did you make?
Well, the producer of this video doesn't want to get sued. So I think I'll just say that it was a successful product line and leave it at that.
Okay, I think I've heard enough. But tell me, did you care passionately about your business? Most people want to improve the world in some way. Did you believe that improving condoms was going to improve the world?
I didn't really care about anything but making money. I didn't care what I did or how I did it. I just wanted to get wealthy.
Why did you want to get wealthy just for the sake of getting wealthy?
Because I like money. Lots and lots of money. I can't ever have too much money. Money is my god.
I'll admit that everybody needs some amount of money to live, but you have way more than is necessary just to live. Doesn't it bother you that you have so much money and so many people are barely getting by?
No, it doesn't bother me at all.
So you have no empathy for the average person?
No. It's not my responsibility to do anything for them. I got mine. Let them go out and get theirs.
So let me ask you again, just so I am clear. Why did you want to get wealthy just for the sake of getting wealthy?
Because a person can't really live very well or do important things unless they have a lot of money. I enjoy my private business jet and my 40-foot yacht. I enjoy telling other people what to do. Having money makes all of that possible.
So if you didn't have a lot of money, you wouldn't have the enormous ego that you have that makes you feel good about owning a lot of expensive toys and telling other people what to do?
That's right.
Why do you feel it is necessary to adopt your point of view about life? Are you saying you couldn't be happy if you had an average person's income?
No. I would not want to be an average person. They have terrible lives filled with struggle and poverty. And most of them dream about having a lot of money. That is why they waste their money playing lotto every week instead of working hard like I did making condoms.
So you don't think you are an average person? You think you are a superior person because you have money?
I know I am not average because an average person doesn't have a net worth over $1.5 billion. Darwin would say that I have proven my superiority by way of his famous survival of the fittest description of the struggle of species for survival.
Do you contribute any of your wealth to worthy causes such as charitable trusts for disadvantaged people or environmental causes, for example?
No.
Do you contribute any of your wealth to help fund educational grants so that poor to average college students have an opportunity to get an education and make important contributions to society?
No.
Do you contribute any of your wealth to anyone for any reason?
Yes. I make tax-deductible contributions to the American Prophylactics Research Institute so that I can continue to learn about any new emerging technologies in my area of business. Competition is stiff, and I have to keep up with things.
Okay, let me review our conversation so far. You are a person who did not care what line of work you went into, what type of product you produced, or how the wealth you have acquired can be used for the betterment of humanity. You enjoy an extravagant lifestyle full of expensive things, and you enjoy bossing other people around because this gives you a sense of superiority in accordance with social Darwinism. Is that essentially correct?
Yes. I'll let my money speak for itself.
Have you ever studied any psychology?
No.
Do you know the meaning of the word sociopath?
No.
According to dictionary.com, a sociopath is a person, as a psychopathic personality, whose behavior is antisocial and who lacks a sense of moral responsibility or social conscience.
Well? So?